Hi, this is Mr. Estrada. In this video, we are going to go over number 37 from the June 2012 geometry readings. And it says, in the diagram below of circle O, chords RT and QS intersect at M. Secant PTR and tangent PS are drawn to circle O. The length of RM is 2 more than the length of TM. QM is equal to 2, SM equals 12, and PT equals 8. Find the length of RT, find the length of PS. So, as with all geometry problems, you want to label the given information. We are told that QM is 2, so I label QM 2. We are told that SM is 12, so I label SM 12. We are told that PT is 8, so I label PT 8. Okay, now, we are not told the length of RM or TM, but what we are told is that RM is 2 more than the length of TM. So since I don't know the length of TM, I'm going to label that X. And since RM is 2 more, that means RM has to be X plus 2. Because it's 2 more than X. That's X plus 2. Okay? Alright, now look, it really helps to just focus on a certain part of this diagram as opposed to trying to look at the whole thing. So I'm just going to go ahead and spotlight the chords for now. So I want us to just focus on this part here. Okay, that makes it so much easier because I know that there is a formula that can get me the value of X over here. And once I know what X is, then I can figure out what RT is by adding both of these segments. Well, what's that formula? That's the intersecting chord theorem. Segment part times segment part is equal to segment part times segment part. Basically, I'm going to take a part of one segment, so I'm going to start with the segment RT. So a part of RT is RM, so that's going to be X plus 2 times the other part, that's X, equals segment part times segment part, so that's going to be 2 times 12. And now I just solve. X times X is X squared. X times 2 is 2X. Bring down the equal sign. 2 times 12 is 24. Since we're dealing with a quadratic, we know we have to set it equal to 0. So let's go on ahead and move this 24 to the other side. Minus 24, minus 24. This is going to cancel out, and this is going to be set equal to 0, which is what we wanted because it's a quadratic. That's how you solve quadratics. You got to set them equal to 0. And you get X squared plus 2X minus 24 equals 0. The next step in solving this quadratic is to factor. So you're going to write 2 sets of parentheses. X and X gives us X squared. So now we need 2 numbers that multiply to C and 2 numbers that add up to B. So we're going to use 6 and 4, and we're going to make the 6 positive, and we're going to make this negative. Now check it out. 6 times negative 4 gives us negative 24. And 6 plus negative 4 gives us 2. And so now we solve. X plus 6 whoops, x plus 6, jumping the gun there, x plus 6 equals 0, x minus 4 equals 0, additive inverse, you get x equals negative 6 here, plus 4 here, plus 4 here, and you're going to get x equals 4. So we got two values for x. Which one do we use? Well, we're going to use x equals 4. I'm going to tell you why. The reason we use x equals 4 is because it doesn't make sense for x to be negative 6 because Tm cannot have a negative length, right? It has to have a positive length. So x equals 4 is what we're going to use. So if x equals 4, that means segment Tm is 4. And that's a 4, believe it or not. Let me go ahead and rewrite that. And Rm is going to be 4 plus 2, which is 6. So, what is RT? Well, RT is Rm plus MT, and that's 6 plus 4, which is 10. So RT is 10. Now we are asked to find PS. So PS, as you can see, is a tangent. And the way we're going to find PS is by using the tangent secant theorem. So the tangent secant theorem says the tangent squared is equal to the external secant times the whole secant. So in this case, our tangent is PS. I'm going to go ahead and label it Y. So we can say Y squared is equal to the external secant. So this is the secant. The external part is PT. That's the part that's outside the circle. So it's the external secant times the whole secant. So let's think about what the whole secant is. That's going to be the external part plus the segment RT. So that's going to be 10 plus 8. That's going to be 18. So it's going to be Y squared equals 8 times 18. So we get Y squared equals 8 times 18. So what's 8 times 18? That's 144. Y squared equals 144. Square root both sides. And you get Y equals 12. Now Y represented segment PS. So now we can say segment PS is equal to 12. Thank you for your time. Take care.